Hi guys, this is AC Gamer back with another video. Now, as you can see from the title, I will be talking about 7 Deadly Sins Origins and why I believe this is going to be one of the hugest games to come out when it comes out in 2023. So we do have a little announcement, I think, or leak, where it is suggested that this game is going to be coming out in 2023. So that's going to be very exciting. Now, we all know the developers for this game is Netmarble, so we do expect a polished game. From every single Netmarble game, the game is always well polished, always well designed, well animated, and the people who are creating this game are the same people that made 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. Obviously some of the team did transition to playing or to remaking the Black Clover mobile game instead. Now when this game comes out, I can absolutely say this game is definitely going to be a very huge game and could be the competition that Genshin Impact needs. Yes, I am saying that. I know a lot of people like to say Tower Fantasy is the Genshin killer, blah blah. It simply wasn't. It wasn't on the same league just because Genshin Impact had a lot more money to put into the game and make a successful game compared to Tower of Fantasy. However, with 7 Deadly Sins being developed, 7 Deadly Sins Origin being developed by Netmarble already has huge influx of cash because they have so many successful mobile games already, each one earning 1 million. Obviously, if you're going to compare that to Genshin Impact, who earns about 30 million per month with the game. But I do feel like if you're going to make a game nearly as big as Genshin Impact, then you want to make a game similar to Genshin Impact but a lot better. And it seems like 7 Deadly Sins Origin might actually be that game. It is an open world game similar to Genshin Impact, and a little bit of research, it does seem like it's also going to be an MMO game. So MMO stands for Massively Multiplayer Online Game. Now if it is, that is going to push itself over the edge compared to Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact, you're walking around the map by yourself, looking lonely, you're just talking to the NPC, you can't see any other player. It's basically a solo game. However, if you can actually incorporate an MMO game to a game similar to Genshin Impact, where you can play with your friends, you can do like a massive raid or massive world boss, that would be absolutely insane. So if they can actually incorporate that to 7 Deadly Sins Origin, that would make itself a little bit more different to Genshin Impact and overall will garner more attention. That is going to be a massive step in my opinion if they do decide to take that route, and I really do hope they do, because I would love to play as a specific 7 Deadly Sins character, and I'm with my friends with other characters as well. I'm playing as Meliodas, they're playing as Ban, they're playing as what's called who's the other characters? I've forgotten the names. Damn, they're playing as Elizabeth and playing as so. That would be absolutely insane, just beating up a boss. That would be absolutely amazing. If they can actually do that, that is definitely going to be very huge. Now, like I said, Netmarble is a developer that always makes a polished game. Now, there's only, to be honest, one game I feel right now that's actually a very good MMO RPG game, and that was the newly released Tower of Fantasy. Now this video, I will be making a separate video talking about why this video will technically link well with Tower of Fantasy, because I will be saying that once this game comes out, the hype for Tower of Fantasy or the players for Tower of Fantasy might actually just move over to this game if they do make it an MMO RPG. If this game becomes an MMO, if 7 Deadly Sins Origin becomes an MMO, Tower of Fantasy definitely needs to watch out. Now this game is also going to be getting released not only on mobile but also on PC and console, so it's going to be in the same market as Genshin Impact. I also feel like this is going to be a very good competitor to Genshin Impact just because of the already established IP. Now Genshin Impact is an already huge game. Genshin Impact did something that I never expected a gacha game to do. They created their own community. They created a proper community, not the little community you're seeing with other gacha games, a proper community that you would actually see in a convention. If you go over to anime conventions, you'll see a whole booth section just based on Genshin Impact characters. They created a whole community. That is absolutely insane. If you want to be a competitor to Genshin Impact, well, I would say yes, you can build your own IP or build your own community, but that's a lot harder to do. So why not just take an already established IP, 7 Deadly Sins, and make that game and make a game for that to bring in anime fans of that series as well. And overall, in general, I think a lot of people know 7 Deadly Sins. A lot of people want to play as Meliodas. Some of the characters in 7 Deadly Sins just looks absolutely phenomenal. And as you can see from the trailer, I don't know if this is real in-game trailer, but because the text on top is in Korean, I will try and translate it. If I translate it and it says real in-game gameplay, that would be insane. But but I do expect the animation to look just as good as that. So with an already established IP, already established game, but it's very similar to Genshin Impact, you can put yourself in direct competition against Genshin Impact. Now, competition is always good in every mobile game. It pushes a company to do better because they don't want the game to be lost on another game instead. This will be absolutely healthy as well for future MMO games to come out in the future. Now, there's something I've noticed as well with the trailer for the 7 Deadly Sins is there's actually underwater exploration as well. That is something Genshin Impact doesn't have, I believe. I might be wrong. If 7 Deadly Sins Origin can create a map, a area that you can explore underwater, that's going to be absolutely good. Now, from the trailer, it looks like you can also collect chests. I do believe that's everything you see in MMO games. So you make sure that you explore the map. They leave out chests that you can get. I do hope that Netmarble decides to add a lot of chests, because I do feel like one of the issues with Genshin Impact is the amount of free-to-play resources you can collect from the world is not as much. You do need to do your story and then you get a lot of resources, but I mean, like world exploration, you see chests in the map that gives you crystals or none of that stuff. If they can actually do that in 7 Deadly Sins Origin, that would be absolutely huge. Once again, the developers for this game are trying to make this game absolutely huge. The reason why they actually developed this game was just because they felt that with 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, it was limiting the aspect they could do. They were limiting the type of gameplay you could get because it's a turn-based game. So why not create a 7 Deadly Sins game that is open world? That is absolutely insane. So that's gonna be very, very cool, playing as certain characters, playing as one of your favorite characters. I want to play as Meliodas, especially in his demon form. I also want to play as Ban as well. Ban, sorry, who is absolutely cool as well. That's just going to be absolutely phenomenal. I do believe that you will be able to play as Tristan as well, Meliodas' son. Also with 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, they did create a whole new section, a whole new story, so that might get implemented into the new 7 Deadly Sins Origin as well. Now, like I said, the developers that are creating this game are the same people who created the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, and we can already take a look at 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross to see the type of quality we're gonna get. Now, there's two things that scares me with every single Netmarble game, and that's the free-to-playness. From every single Netmarble game I've played, I've always felt that it was pay to win. The difference between pay to win players, pay to play players, and free to play players were very, very huge. I really do hope this doesn't happen in the game, but it more than likely will happen. If Netmarble has not changed since they've released multiple games, it means that more than likely it's going to be added to this game instead. There's obviously going to be PvP, well, I say obviously, but there's probably going to be PvP as well added to the game. For some reason, I do feel like if they do add PvP, it will also make themselves stand out against Genshin Impact. However, that PvP system hopefully should not be paid to win. Maybe they should come up with a better system that makes the PvP system not too unfriendly to free-to-play players. Another issue I have, or might have, is whether this game will have NFT. I did hear that this game might have NFT. If it does, it would absolutely ruin the game. I also hope there is no auto pathing as well. And I do believe Ni no Kuni was another game created by Netmarble that was basically an auto path NFT game that absolutely sucks, and I really do hope that the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Origin does not devolve into a game like that. If it does, the game sucks. The game will absolutely be bad, and it will no way, shape or form be in direct competition with Genshin Impact. It won't even have a chance because NFT kills game. Please keep it away from our gacha games. I absolutely dislike NFTs, and it seems with the recent Netmarble game they added an NFT, and I heard a little rumor that they might do it in 7 Deadly Sins Origin. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen. Now, from what I've noticed, many people care about stories with MMO. Well, luckily for you, 7 Deadly Sins Origin will have, well, we probably will copy the story from the 7 Deadly Sins anime / manga, so that's going to be good. I think you're probably going to run around as Tristan, and Tristan will try and figure out the story of Meliodas and Elizabeth, and then you'll basically just tell the whole story to you guys. So that's probably how it's going to go. I'm fine with that. I don't think anyone's going to complain too much about the story for 7 Deadly Sins Origin. That's going to be pretty good, especially if people want to understand the story of 7 Deadly Sins through the game. That's also something you can do. The anime, I mean, the third season for the anime or the fourth season was absolutely garbage. So yeah, this is probably going to be a better way to understand the story of 7 Deadly Sins. Now, one thing I would like to say is every MMO game, I will not recommend playing mobile MMO game on your phone. I know it's a mobile game, but play it on your PC. If you can play on your PC, play on your PC. The experience is going to be a lot better in my opinion. So yeah, coming on PC, coming on console, and coming on mobile, I probably will just be playing on the PC instead. And I can't wait for this game to come out. 2023 release, can't wait. This is definitely going to be one of the hugest games to come out in 2023. I do know that the Black Clover mobile game should be coming out at the end of 2022, but it is looking like there might be a delay and it might get released in 2023 as well. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say in this video. Tell me down in the comment section whether or not you agree with my take on 7 Deadly Sins Origin. Tell me down in the comment section if you think 7 Deadly Sins Origin will be a great competitor to Genshin Impact, because I do feel it might be. Anyways, it's been your boy AC Gamer. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and I'm out.